addressed. Now, Sensei Gravina, we were talking to you before the break. I want you to also tell us a little about how can a parent help their child cope with bullying, and what are some of the signs that you can see in your child that you know maybe something's wrong? How can we do that?
All right, first of all, what we said before, and what I think this gentleman here had a very good hand on, is that he has communication with his child. So he was able to hear about it immediately. That's something that parents always need to do. Not so much as being their friend, but by being their parent and by listening to them, hearing them, not just shunning them off.
Yeah.
Very important. That is your first line of defense in every self-defense situation, is being aware of your surroundings, okay? Second thing is, want to make sure that you're sending your child to school with proper self-defense. And again, self-defense does not mean, I don't want you to think kicking and punching. That's an extreme version of it. I want you to think confidence, standing up for himself, doing the right thing despite fears. Like we said before, kids are taught every day not to start smoking. 10,000 kids every day start smoking. So they're hearing the words, they're getting the right message. Why do they do it? Peer pressure, lack of self-confidence. Maybe it's something their parents are seeing, parents are doing themselves. So they're doing as I say, not as I do type of thing. But again, what's gonna build confidence in a kid is putting him involved in a program, because every little achievement that that child has throughout their entire life is gonna build their confidence greater and greater and greater. You know, and I'm not talking about the material things. I'm not talking about buying them nicer clothes, or I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about building it inward, building it from here. My school is in Plainview. It is directly focused on building self-confidence. I believe firmly that a child that is confident will not be a bully, but he also will not be a victim of one. So I put a lot of focus on little achievements, a very goal-oriented program, and like I said, there's many of them out there for parents to choose what's right for their child's personality. But get them involved in something like that where they can achieve small goals.
Do you think we should have self-defense and self-confidence introduced in schools as well, through the schools?
I do. I in my heart believe that when I first came out with these presentations, which was created by Tiger Shulman and his brother, Ron Shulman, they believe in this program, and it works, because what this program teaches is to not let there be a big enough gap where that bully has confidence in his defense. And I believe if a program like this was taught into schools, it would help out both sides. I've taught this in about 7 or 8 school districts on Long Island, which was very hard to get into. It had to take severe situations like this, and then those people come to me, and then they formed a committee, and then they went to the school with the information, and then I presented it to a group, which then let me present it to the school. So it definitely works in those schools that I've been into. It's not something that's a myth. It's time tested, and it's proven. And I'm sure it's not the only way.
Okay. Now also, you were mentioning when we were on the break, some of the signs of how you can tell if something is wrong.
There's so many. I wrote them down here.
Yeah, I want to hear some of them, because that was really interesting.
Okay. First of all, I said before, but I want to say it again, 200,000 children miss school every day because of a fear of being attacked or intimidated by other students, okay? These are some of the symptoms: acting moody, sullen, or withdrawals from family interaction, you know, kind of isolating themselves, becoming depressed, losing interest in school, losing interest in doing well in school, losing interest in anything outside of their family, basically. And even sometimes, like I said, they isolate themselves from their family. Coming home with torn clothes is an obvious sign. You know, that's an obvious sign. Or bruises is an obvious sign.
Exactly.
But sometimes when he asks for extra money because he has to get something in school, keep an eye on if he comes home with that extra something from school, like a book or a notepad, or is he giving that to the bully not to get beat up that day?
Wow.
So little things to look for. And again, all of these things are basically interaction with your child.
Exactly.
You know,
that's a big thing.
The biggest thing is your home life, is your parents.
Yep.
You know?
Now, I know we're almost running short of time. Before we go, I would, Arnold, like you to give a message to the parents or the kids out there. What would you like to have them take home with them?
Well, I believe that one of the things that's important, as Sensei has said, is the communication with my child. And particularly, I had been lucky because my son, you know, was very forthright and told me things that were going on. But you know, as all those symptoms that were just listed show not every child is doing that. So I think it's important to communicate with your children. Keep an eye out for those symptoms. Certainly is very, very, very important. I think that, you know, I'm sitting next to Sensei, I learned that confidence is important. So I think that wherever you can get that confidence is extremely important. Be supportive of your child to make sure that he knows that he has somebody, or she, I don't be biased there, has somebody they can go to and say, hey, I got a problem in school. Because a lot of kids don't always want to talk about that kind of thing. They're embarrassed, they don't want to cause trouble, whatever the case may be. As far as parents are concerned, if you feel that there is a situation with your children, you need to talk to the powers in the school and make sure that they're doing the right thing for your child. Be your child's advocate, as I think you said before. If you're not getting anywhere with, you know, the guidance counselor or the vice principal or the principal, I encourage you to talk to the superintendent, because that's what we did. Yeah. And, you know, we felt that we weren't getting all the, everything that we needed to get done, and we felt that things were falling through the cracks, and my son was still having problems, so we went to the superintendent. And now what we've done is we've developed a committee. I know that's not everybody's going to be doing that, but that's how we've been dealing with it. So.
Wow. Good. So the biggest thing you say is get involved with your kids. Give them a voice.
I think that's with anything.
Absolutely.
I think that's with anything, but particularly in this.
Yep. Now, Sensei Gravina, what would you like to give a message to all our parents and the kids out there?
Okay, first of all, I want to tell the kids that are being bullied that it is not their fault. It is nothing that they have done, or it's not the clothes they wore, it's not that they're overweight. They're perfect the way they are, okay? Bullies are weak, that's a fact. Bullies need an audience. So let's not be an audience. I know it's, let's do what MLB did, Major League Baseball, right? When a fan used to jump onto the field, they used to video it and they used to play it. So it encouraged more to do it. But when did it stop? When did it decrease 60%? When they stopped viewing it. And it was an automatic 3 nights in jail or something severe. So again, if the punishment is severe enough, or if you don't give attention to, you're going to take away that person's audience, and that person's going to feel very foolish, like we see on many movies, rather. Also, I'd like to tell the kids to have courage. Everybody has been in situations where we're afraid.
Exactly.
So despite our fears, we have to stand up for what's right. You'll also be helping somebody else that day. So if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for somebody else. Some people do things more for others. Be assertive, not aggressive. I don't believe in violence, which is the whole message that I like to send. I believe that fear makes a person react to you, whereas confidence also makes a person react to you, but in a different way. Your response must equal the aggression, like we said before. Boom and boom. Use strong body language, good eye contact, and like I said before, just be confident and unpredictable. Don't always act the same way to the same thing. Be unpredictable. Let that person never know how you're going to act.
How you're going to act.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much. I want to thank you, Arnold Lessman, for being here with us and sharing your story with us. And I hope through your story you'll inspire with, you know, with the whole everything that you've gone through. You've inspired other parents and children out there for everything if they are going through similar situations. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having me and letting me share my story.
Thank you.
And I hope the same, that, you know, this is something that, you know, someday is not very normal. It's very small percentage of time, not compared to the numbers that Sensei was talking about.
Yep.
That's my hope, is that we can abolish bullying
altogether.
Yeah.
I hope. And Sensei Gravina, thank you so much again for being here and sharing your expert tips with our viewers out there. I truly appreciate it.
I thank you. And again, it's parents like you, and it's shows like this that create awareness, and awareness is powerful. It's knowledge.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਾਂਗੀ ਕਿ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਇਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਇਸ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਰੀਆ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਡੋਰਸ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਓਪਨ ਕਰ ਸਕੋ ਔਰ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਲਾਈਫ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਅਲੱਗ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕੁਝ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੀ ਪਰਸਨੈਲਿਟੀ ਅੰਦਰ take a step forward and talk to them. That's the biggest thing you can do for them, is talk to them. They need someone to hear them when they have an issue. I thank you all for watching our show. और इसी तरह मैं तानू अगले हफ्ते फिर मिलांगी Wednesday 1 बजे जस्ट पंजाबी ते मैनू इजाजत दो। सत श्री अकाल।